What up? It's Sunday morning. We got truck 115. We're gonna do just one stop. It's a house, or excuse me, it's a restaurant. So I gotta clean them up today. New stop. Something got messed up, but no big deal. Sunday morning drive, so this will be nice and enjoyable. I went to my car to get some Clorox wipes and my jacket because it's a little chilly and the heat is not working as well as I wanted it. But I'll see you in the truck. All right, let's go. Let's do a little check. And we're gonna drive with these arms halfway down. Put that down like that. So these are opposite, these forks with the regular front load. My truck corner, watch that. That we made it. All right, so this truck runs good, forks work. I'm just gonna check the blade. So the arm's got to be down a little further. So the blade works. You can see right there that it's going out. So with this truck, the PTO's got to be off, and the engine runs like normal. Because when it's on, I guess the power must get taken a lot more than other trucks, because when the PTO is running, you lose a little bit of power, but this one you lose a lot of power. Right, so we got about a 20-minute ride going to a restaurant. I looked at the map. It doesn't look too busy, the parking lot, especially in the morning, so let's just get there. And every truck, you gotta get used to the brake. This one's a little sensitive. I let it warm up too for like 10-15 minutes. Here we go. I know where I'm going. I mean, I could turn that off, but I'm not going to use it all day, so I'll just keep it on. I know generally where I'm going. Not that warm yet. Alright, so this is a front loader, so those stickers around here that say 13.6. Now with the arms up, it's not really 13.6. So we've gone under, and you always go slow, no matter what bridge you go under. Always go slow. But this has gone under 12.11, arms down obviously, slowly. Towards, the bridge, that one wasn't like up and down, but you can kind of pick the high part of the bridge. And it's gone under that. It goes under 13.6. Arms got to be down, but the Corrado, sometimes you got to have the box. You got to take the box. You got to put it down, drive the box under the bridge. So that could be a little bit more of a pain. Rear loads can make it under 12 pretty comfortably. I haven't been in a rear load near a bridge in a while. And side loader is pretty much the same as. They're pretty tall actually. I want to say they're the same as a front loader. Some trucks are a little different, some are shorter. Like we have truck 77, that's a front loader, but it's a Heil body, so it's actually lower than the like McNeilus ones. It can make it under like a pack. It's like a Packer, actually. It's almost the same height as a Packer, if I remember. I'll line them up, but regardless. And then you got the mini trucks, but it doesn't matter what truck you're under. You got to watch when you're going under bridges. Right, this suspension is not air ride, especially in the front. They're just freaking leaf springs, and it's very violent. It can be very violent, these bumps. So sometimes you gotta stand up when you're going over them. If there's like traffic. And look at the steering wheel. You'll see in the other trucks I have, a lot of the newer ones really. I mean, the steering wheel on this is it's normal. It's just hard to turn those on those tight corners. That's why, obviously, that's why it's a pain. And it's not really good. These guys coming out. It's like a motorcycle, but opposite consequences. Speaking of motorcycle, it's way too cold though. I'm not doing it. Yeah, and speaking of motorcycle, got the Goldwing. Gonna put some knob tires on it. Gonna mess around with it first. Definitely gonna do some practice. Practice some wheelies on the big bagger. You know, gotta practice some burnouts. I have one that I did. I don't know if it's gonna be up before or after this video. But it was awesome. 1986 Goldwing. The only problem with it is it won't charge from the bike to the battery. So I think it should be an easy fix. I was doing some research. On it, so hopefully it'll be an easy fix. I want to get that thing. I mean, it runs right now. I did a big third gear burnout, and just want to get it. I just want to, you know, it to be running as good as possible. And for a couple $100, you can only ask for so much. But yeah, we're gonna take that thing off-roading. And I think I got a couple of my buddies to get, I convinced them they're going to get a Goldwing. Hopefully. If they get it, then I'll register mine. But if they don't, then I won't. And my Goldwing, it says wing leader on the side, so I'm going to get a shirt that says wing leader. It's like right on the side of the chair, but the driver, what is it, resting, I can't think of the word right now, where you rest your back, but where it pivots, that's where it says wing leader. Watch these guys. This guy's turning right and get into my lane. That was going to turn yellow when these freaking when those the walking signals start to stop. So it's a good little trick. Help yourself out driving. If you haven't figured it out by now. See a walk thing, nice and easy. So these automatics, I mean, they're good. Obviously, like going in the hills, I will say, stick shift is, you know, feels a lot. You'll feel a lot more comfortable stick, but you can still manually shift this thing. You just hit the like when you're going downhill and you're loaded, you want to shift that thing. I mean, it's scary. You want to keep the RPMs up. You want to keep that air compressor revving. Keep pumping that air in there, and you do not want to pump your brakes. You know, use that. If you have a Jake brake, I don't think this truck does, so I would just keep it in second gear and just let it rev. Keep that compressor going on my air tanks, because one time in my life I had a scary downhill thing, and it was like, I am never doing this again. Second gear, 10 miles an hour, I don't care. it was, and like, it wasn't even that crazy, and it was like, you just realized what could have happened, and you're like, whoa. So, drop that gear. Jersey. I don't really like to say where we're, you know, and stuff, but I might as well shout out some customers. This guy's pretty good. Grazed floors, some good flowers at 22 in Watchung. He's been with us for years, so I don't know. If you're near there, go to him. And of course, gotta shout out Chick-fil-A. Love that, but I can't go there today though. I like when you pick up like stops or a restaurant that you let. This is gonna turn into stops or whatever that because you can just pull the truck right up, park it. You know, no one's gonna bother you. Do what you got to do. I mean, you know, when people see you picking it up, they kind of like, oh hey, how you doing? And that's your parking spot. That's the good thing about garbage trucks. You can kind of sometimes you can. You know, move some things around and push your way in there. Get that parking spot. All the tractor trailer drivers know what I'm talking about, or, you know, dump trucks with trailers. Oh man, sometimes, I mean, you know, finding spots for this is hard, but that sucks sometimes. You just want to get something to eat. You can't find a stupid spot. Going to a airport when you're flying, unless it's like an event or like just like a really busy airport in general, which is often, but doesn't really affect the parking because there's a lot of parking at airports, and it's like $10 a day. People always like, oh, what is that, $500 or whatever, and like, no, it's like $10. Fuel for planes is probably the same as diesel. It'll probably fluctuate around the same as diesel. You know, when it's by refineries and stuff, it's cheaper. When it's in the middle of the country, it can get pricey. Or, like, so like here in Linden, it's like $8 or $9, and that's right by the refinery. And then the one where we go is really cheap, and that's not. It's like $4 a gallon. $4 a gallon. So it really depends. It's up to the airport when it comes down to it. But when you go like to the middle of the country, they're generally higher though. Alright, I'm guessing we're gonna get off on New Providence Road. No, Lawrence. Okay. On the residential stop, I have, I don't know if I have it, this is our customer. So they got in the Corrado can, that's what the guy's got to get every Monday and Thursday. funny? There's no check engine light. Every single truck pretty much has a check engine light. I mean, pretty much. Especially the new ones. If you have a new truck, you're 95% of new trucks on the road all have an engine light on. It is the biggest scam in frickin' America. But we just pick the garbage up. We can't do anything to stop it. And then we get, we get bitched at for not picking it up when they're like, we just buy these brand new trucks that are how much? And the thing doesn't even run. I mean, obviously they're really what it is, mechanically, these things run perfect. I complain about the steering wheel pumps, but other than that, they run freaking perfect. It's always a sensor. It's always a sensor with a computer, the wiring harness. Oh God, the wiring harness. I mean, if you just look at it, you're just like, just get a new one. I mean, it's just the wiring harness. Holy crap. Alright, what are we? 8 minutes away. Watch this guy. What's he gonna do? I gotta get off, so I'm not gonna get over. Sorry. Is a Heil or a McNeilus. I want to say it's a Heil. I can kind of tell because I can see two pistons on the top, like at an angle. But and the Heils usually have this, which I like because you can kind of lean your arm on when you're working and stuff. You can work. But the other McNeilus has good ones where the buttons are like this. So I mean, these have buttons too. You get used to everyone. This isn't a big hill, and this truck's empty. But yeah, you could definitely. Now, if I had a Jake brake, I would definitely be using it. Or an engine brake. The engine brakes have a high and off, middle, and high, or 0, 1, 2, and the one would probably be good. Just let it rev, and it would probably stay at 25. Ish. So like it's at 25 now, and it's going, starting to creep 26. So this truck's light enough, the brakes just stop it immediately. Just your average garbage man coming through. the stop sign. The next stop sign. Like I'm in the plane, just making sure the key's on both. Alright, making a right up here. Alright, I pretty much know where it is, but I just want to get it and get out of here. Driver you want to focus on, because you got to stop and then turn, so you want to stop and then turn. I mean, it sounds stupid, but those guys have been driving longer than I've been alive, quite frankly, to put it bluntly, and they don't do that. They do that every day, every year, until the one time they don't. Just got to stop, and I've seen it happen. I've been to many accident sites, and I'm like, I do not want this to happen to me. It's another stupid saying, a stupid thing to say, really, but your day's gonna go longer if you get in an accident. That's just, just take your time. If it takes an extra 10 minutes to make a turn, if you're in like a tractor trailer, do it, rather than just clipping someone a little and all of a sudden, I don't have to, tell you what happens after that. Left up here. Okay. Watch people coming. I know it's a busy area. It's only 10 o'clock. It feels later for some reason. So all the way down. I know I'm good under this bridge. If I have to go straight, which I do. I thought it was in here. So I'm glad I got a GPS on. There I can see the middle lane is straight, so I'm going to get in this lane. If it's true, meet me all alone. See a dumpster that looks full, so I'm just gonna send this to my managers. Make sure they get that handled tomorrow. I keep forgetting it's Sunday. I'm like, nice and slow. These lanes are nice and small. So this is 13.6, and my arms are like right there, but it actually is the same height as if they were up. But so that's what I'm saying, 13.6, and I probably have a foot of clearance, which either means this isn't right or most likely that bridge isn't right, which is why you got to double check all bridges. All right, so I think we're going straight, and then a left at the next light. Okay. check the gas tank here too, top off. So not here. $31. Okay, so let's turn this on here. If you can't figure that out, this ain't the job for you. Alright, this is pretty easy for my driver to get. I don't know what the deal was. Make sure this is packed. Clean everything up. That is definitely a full dumpster. Alright, let's just put that in neutral so I can rev it. So this is how a steering wheel is supposed to be. Okay. Good. So when I'm leveling it out like that, and these controls are opposite on a regular front loader. But when I'm leveling it out like that, when I'm pulling it, you know, pulling the forks down, you gotta watch the, you know, when you're putting it down, the bottom of this doesn't come into that ladder right there. All right, so they're satisfied. Okay, got it. Oh, that's on an angle. I wouldn't have pushed it so far back if I didn't see. Okay, and then let's pull up, get a better angle. Let's get out of here. Good, good, good. Since I know where I'm going, I will not need the GPS going back. And I'll let this battery die, and I'll see you at the yard. Let's just pack it before what you gotta do, you know, you gotta get your stuff set up before you start driving. I see how you can see all sunlight. I'll tilt the camera. But if you can see sunlight, do not dump the dumpster. That's what I say to the guys. I'd rather have you stop midway, let the garbage fall out, clean it up. Do not ever dump garbage back there when you don't have to. Alright. See you at the yard. I love that camera. So you block one lane, then you work on blocking the next lane. topped off with some fuel. And now we're out of here. Now I guess I'm able to turn on red here, but not really gonna. I can't go. I don't know actually. I want to go to 22. Okay, so I guess I go next time. Go straight. But I knew for a fact I could go this way. You know what? Not this street, the one over, you go down, you can't make a left, so that's how I was thinking this was. All right. I'm going to cut the video because I want to save the battery. So I'll be turning right out. Seems like I'm going to filter. And I'll see you next time. Alright, we're almost back at the yard. So this bridge right here, this is the one we got to go under for our yard. There's one, if you make a left and then you make a right, you cannot go under that bridge unless it's a Packer. Only some front loaders can make it, and it's like really tight. It's that Heil I was talking about earlier. But one time we had a truck, brand new, come to get delivered. The guy, all he had to do was go here and make a left, but for some reason, because he came from the same road I just came from, for some reason he went this way, and even if he came from that way, from 287, he would come from this road, even he would make a right. Like, right where I'm making a left, he would just go that way. But he went that way, and then he just basically nailed the bridge. And we never took delivery of that truck. We had like a couple days later, they brought us a new truck. Or I don't remember that, or they fixed the one, and oh my gosh, it was so. And it wasn't our truck, so it's not like we were using it and we needed it. But it was like, oh my god. Of course. But here we are. Home sweet home, like I never left. Alright. See if I can fit it in this spot. I got out, so I should be able to get in. Never short yourself. If you have to, just go up an extra couple feet, or if you're backing up to go straight, back up an extra couple feet. Can't hurt you. All right, just like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed a little ride along, and I'll see you next time.